Rockets here at home in this Western Conference matchup live here in Houston. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. Alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Look at Utah. Challenging part of the schedule, and this is where they need to buckle down and take care of business.
Yeah, and they're in the middle of a tough stretch of games they've got coming up. I mean, they're excited about it, and it's going to serve as a real benchmark for them, finding out exactly where they stand in the league.
And that's something every team wants to know. You know, to get where they want to be, they're going to have to really beat the best teams in this league. So I know what they're thinking is, bring it on. Let's go.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Utah. Pairing up in the backcourt, Trey Burke and Alec Burks. Favors is out there with Trevor Booker. And it's Hayward in at the small forward position. Now, here is Harden. Boy, was he something else against the Clippers. And that is good. Mr. Perfect's got his second basket of the night.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
Tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
Burks kicks to Favors. Burks sets a screen for Favors. Here's Burke. Banked in off the glass.
Now some weak defensive coverage there, and I'm pretty sure they didn't plan on starting this game out like that, giving such easy access to the rim.
No good from Cross. Houston on D. Last time they met was in Utah where they beat the Jazz.
Well, they won last time, and it wasn't even close, largely because they caused so much foul trouble that they were playing against a makeshift lineup for a lot of the game.
Count the bucket. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. The dish to Harden. In low to Howard. That misses off the backboard.
He operates pretty well in traffic, guys, but that was a tough play to finish off.
Hayward with the ball. Now guarded by Cross. Utah shooting their first foul shots of the night here. That free throw, no good.
At the line of the Jazz, Gordon Hayward. 2 shots.
And he sinks the second. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. In low to Howard. No good. And it's Utah the other way. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
Kevin, that game defensively was an absolute nightmare. They went into that building and just got blown out by a very hot team.
Well, they didn't defend those shooters like they should have, and once the fans got into it and the arena started rocking and thumping and bumping, things only got worse.
And Hayward gets it to go.
Yeah, 3 out of 4 from the floor, so a good start for this club.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. Howard, the pass to Moniunas. Houston moving the ball around. Harden dishes to Howard. Harden outside, 5 on the clock. Pass to Moniunas, feeds to Ariza. To halt the run, and the shot is good.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Gordon Hayward.
Jazz have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Now here's Burke. He's tightly guarded. Harden outside, passes it to Cross, dishes it to Howard. Out of bounds, Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession.
Still Rockets ball.
Well, you got to help out the team whenever you can, and this group of shooting guards have helped out on the glass for their respective teams this year. Fourth, James Harden.
You know, it's not easy to do what these players have done in that area, strictly because of positioning. Typically, as a 2-guard, you're going to be on the perimeter a lot more often than you will be inside.
Yeah, but for all of these guys, you can point to their quickness as well as their superb instincts as to why they wound up on the list. I mean, you've got to have that nose for the basketball.
Now here's Hayward after the miss from Cross. Hayward with the ball. He's picked up by Ariza. Burks kicks to Favors. Just 5 to shoot. He feeds it to Burke from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Yeah, it didn't seem to be much of a challenge for them in that game. It seemed like They scored at will. Not much defense that they were facing.
Yep, they had the defense on its heels early the entire game, and actually nearly the entire game, and no matter what unit was out there, it looked like a mismatch to me. It has not been an easy quarter for them, at least offensively speaking.
Down low and stolen by Favors. Hayward passes to Burke. Favors sets the pick for Burke. 1:15 left in the first quarter. Clock at 6. The shot is off, and the Rockets take it the other way.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And the shot drops as they pick up 2 points from Cross. Mr. Perfect's got 6.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
Burke dishes to Booker. He kicks to Hayward. Favors with the screen. Hayward passes to Booker. And there's the feed to Burks. To stop the drought. Good D by Ariza. Rockets have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Here's Cross, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
You know, guys, you look back to their last game, he was off from the charity stripe all night long.
And you wonder if that's not still on his mind today.
And I don't think there's any question about it, guys. He's got to bring that percentage up. I mean, those are the kind of free throw numbers that will get you in a coach's doghouse and get your teammates a little mad at you.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Capela checked in for Howard. Terrence Jones comes in for Monty Eunice. Corey Brewer's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Johnson in for James Harden. Johnson with it. Right now averaging 5 points a game. Here's the 3. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him.
Coming up this...
All right, the second quarter. 5 on the floor. A different look for Utah. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Harden and Ariza out on the perimeter. Monty Eunice out there with Howard. And it's Cross in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to go on Trey Burke.
Check out the game for Mr. Perfect. He's got 8 points, and he's rejected a shot over the course of the game, too.
That seems like it could have been more because he's been in position to make plays defensively most of the game. Boy, it seems like they're having a lot of trouble at the line today, and it's just been that kind of a day.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, Kev. Mr. Perfect in their last time out against the Clippers played a major role for them. He dropped in 15 points and did a good portion of his work from the free throw line as he drew a good number of fouls. His great outing kept the team's hot streak going in what has been a strong stretch of games for this team. We'll see if they can continue that here, Kevin.
All right, Doris. Well, guys, coming off a performance like that has got to have him supremely confident right now.
Well, that never seems to be a problem for him, but you're right, Kevin. He has to be feeling at the top of his game right now.
Well, when you play well, it feeds confidence, and when you've prepared to play well and it works out that way, it does add another level of confidence to your next game.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off. That's a mammoth dunk for someone who's far from the biggest guy out there on the floor.
Yeah, perhaps that'll give them the boost they're looking for to get out of the hole here.
Yeah, it should. I mean, if that doesn't fire them up, I don't know what will.
So it's Utah now, following the score by Houston. Here's the teardrop. Favors can't get it to go. Rockets trail by 6. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here.
You know, even though they're behind, I love the job they've been doing getting to the free throw line.
Yeah, they've been aggressive, and that's really important. You've got to continue to attack.
Hey, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Jazz.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
Yeah, and the fact that they're playing well close to the hoop, finding points in the paint, I mean, they've got it all going tonight.
The Jazz making a switch here. Hayward's checked in. And Utah has possession. They lead by 4. Here's Burke. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Burke's got 5 points now in the quarter. The Rockets have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Cross. That's good.
Well, he's been a real positive factor for them today, although, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well.
Burke kicks to Favors. Inside. And he tucks it home.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
No, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it. Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Burke kicks to Favors. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Favors got the lead up to 8 now for the Jazz.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
Here's Mr. Perfect. He picked up 15 points in the last win against the Clippers.
And don't forget, guys, his playmaking was sensational. He saw the floor, making the game so easy for his teammates.
And Favors kicks to Burke. For 3, Hayward. No luck. It could go. No luck. That'll do it for the first half.
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business. Now, here's a few things I took away from the first half. I like how many points we were able to generate from the paint in the half. Our offense should have a nice balance to it going forward because their D has no choice but to put some more bodies in the middle and create some space for us on the perimeter. But there are definitely a few things that could have gone.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third.
And what was most impressive was that his decision-making and shot-taking was very disciplined and efficient. Really an excellent half.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense has given him, and he's not trying to do too much. I love the flow and rhythm he's playing with here.
Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Burke's the off guard with Hayward at the 3. Favors is out there with Trevor Booker. And it's Burke in at the point. The Jazz shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
This season has not been kind to them at the free throw line. Guys, they're only making about 71%.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
And stolen by Burke. Burks kicks to Burke. Now, here's Burks, guarded by Harden. Burks dishes to Booker. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And the Jazz lead by 9.
This seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
He's been a bright spot for them. He's had an incredibly efficient offensive performance.
Steve, his shooting really has been just terrific. They'd be much worse off if it weren't for him, that's for sure.
A shot by Hayward, wide open, rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 7 rebounds in the game. It's Harden with the drive, offensive rebound, and with that, the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket.